I want to bring in NBC's Mike Viqueira. Mike, from your reporting, I know you've been running around in the halls all day, all weekend with the rest of our team up here. Where do things stand as of this hour? I know that McConnell and Schumer, their meeting broke up just a little while ago.
Right. You know, Casey, I think one of the positive things that we can take from today is what didn't happen. We didn't see a lot of press conferences. We saw McConnell and Schumer take the floor when the Senate opened 6 hours ago and do the usual sort of perfunctory bashing of each other, went through their message points, but afterwards they were sort of laughing and talking with each other when the cameras panned away. You are absolutely right. The public posturing of this may be nearing an end. I've never seen a time, Casey, in my time here in walking these halls, whether it's the last few days or the last few years, when senators have been so disgusted with themselves. We saw Michael Bennet in your interview a moment ago, I think reflected that. Lindsey Graham, he and his orange hat wandered across the second floor of the Capitol just a few minutes ago, Casey, and he echoed it the same thing. This is not our finest hour. So those 22 senators that have been gathering in Susan Collins' office, I think share a common conviction that this is not a good look for the Senate. They want the federal government to reopen before the work week begins in earnest tomorrow morning at daybreak, and this really sinks into people across the country who may be otherwise occupied watching football or doing whatever over the course of the weekend. You're right. Schumer and McConnell did meet. We believe it was off the Senate floor, far away from cameras. Their aides were very mum. We hardly even saw either of those leaders over the course of the last few hours. They are trying to get something done, trying to extract that promise that those moderates say they want, that Mitch McConnell will move something on immigration, some sort of concrete guarantee that something will move on immigration. It leaves open a number of questions. What about the base that you were asking Michael Bennet about? Will they be satisfied? Will Chuck Schumer be satisfied with this? After all, what do they get out of it if it's sort of just a wink and a nod? Certainly Chuck Schumer wouldn't accept that from the president. After yesterday, he took to the Senate gallery in a press conference and said negotiating with the president is like negotiating with Jell-O. So a lot of moving parts here, and still some question over who's authorized to make a deal. We haven't even started talking about the House, whether Paul Ryan would be interested at all in taking up any kind of immigration bill that came from the Senate, if in fact it were to clear the Senate. Casey.
Right. Ryan signaling today that they would potentially do this 3-week CR if it came, or a continuing resolution to keep the doors open. But I think your point is well taken, seeing as typically the House is where immigration measures have gone to die in recent years. Mike Viqueira, thank you so much. Keep us posted throughout the night. Still to come, we have much more from Capitol Hill as Congress renegotiates to reopen the government.